Hi.
Okay, this is Mrs. LaWanda D coming back. I can't really see the video well, but my daughter said that she is showing the back of her hair. Let me turn it a little bit more. Okay. What has transpired over the last week or so is I had been refreshing her hair. I had to palm roll it. I would say 2 or 3 times because every two, the beautiful hair that I have at the day that I do it is not the same the next day. It's frizzy, it's poofed. Nothing will hold that shape. And so I found myself palm rolling it every 2 or 3 days, which was exhausting until I just gave up, and then it got real frizzy and it wasn't looking too great. So kept watching some more videos and discovered that I found one YouTube channel from one young guy who has hair like hers, and he gave a lot of good tips. In the process, I found out that doing her hair with the beeswax was not good. So what I had tried to do to get the frizz down was to latch hook, do the latch hook method on her roots, which only tightened the root because the rest of the hair was palm rolled. So that didn't work as well. And so it didn't quite look right with latch hook roots and palm rolled the rest of the hair. So I learned from the other gentleman, the young gentleman, I'll put his link in the comment box, to latch hook it first and then crochet it to upkeep it. His locks look beautiful, and so I'm going to do that with hers. But to get all that beeswax out, I decided to use the bentonite clay wash, which got it out really good. The only problem is that the bentonite clay got inside the twist, the roll, her hair, actual locks, and so I'm finding that I have to undo it. Well, I was watching a YouTube channel on Video Jug. I mean, not YouTube. I was watching a video on Video Jug, and it was saying these latch hooks can come out. And I think they can come out. It's really easy on her hair because her hair is so slick. So I've already taken out the bottom part. I just sectioned it in 3 sections in the front. Turn it, you can see the sections. 3 sections in the front. Okay, turn back. And then I did 2 sections in the back. So it's not crazy. And the reason why I'm taking them out and I'm going to just redo the whole head is to get all that clay out, the rest of that beeswax out, and her sections got all intertwined because I didn't know a lot of what I was doing. So what I will do is show you how I undo the latch hook. So first you just start at the bottom, and it's a good idea to hold the hair so you're not pulling at the root, and you just pull down. And if your hair is as slick as hers, then you won't have as hard a time getting them out. So you just start, because you imagine you just did one lock at a time, so you just have this rat tail comb, and all you do is go down to each latch that you did, and it just comes right out. Of course, if you don't have hair as soft as this, you may have a little bit more resistance, but I am doing this on freshly washed, wet hair. So you might want to keep the hair wet, but as you can see, it comes right out. Actually, the stuff that I the back combed hair is more difficult to get out than the latched hair. So let me just do that again. I'm just starting at the tip until I get up to the latched hair, and then I just use the tip of this comb, and you just go down till you just do one latch at a time, and just slide that latch all the way down, that latched hair, until it comes to the end, and then it'll come right out. Try that again. Go down and just pull it down. If you start with the tip of the comb, it's a lot easier. And some of them may be tighter because the hair is more tangled. So you just, when you hit a snag, just always run back down the tip. And then if you do that, run back down the tip, catch a snag, run back down the tip. Just skip that snag and just straighten this part out, the tips out, and then it'll come right out. Okay, so right now I'm just doing sections at a time. I'm undoing it all because there needs to be some organization to the madness. She's not losing a whole lot of hair on this. She's lost this much on the whole bottom section. So there's really no hair loss. That's typical shed hair because she's had this for about 2 weeks, I think. So when I come back, I'll have the hair all loose. I will have done some portion of it. I'll work up until I get up to here so that you can see it real good of me. I'm going to latch the whole hair. I found a couple of methods from 2 different YouTube channels. I'll put their links in the comment box as well. So I'm going to do the back comb again. I'm going to let the hair be dry a little bit. I'm not going to put any product on it. And just do it like this, dry, and then put some gel on it and set it and let it set like that. It's the middle of the day. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. She has all day to let her hair set before she goes to sleep. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back.
I want to see.
Okay, I'm back now, and this is her hair so far, what I've done. Having trouble seeing the camera myself, so I have to kind of pan down to hopefully y'all can see this. But this is her hair so far, and let me pan out and maybe that'll help. But this is how it's looking, and I did them a little bit smaller because I know they'll get a little thicker. Okay. So I'll edit that out. Okay, so what I'm going to show you is I have her hair. I did have it in 4 sections, and I found that once I started doing the locks, it would not be a staggered seam, I should say part, all the way across the back if I kept the line down the center. So I had worked on this side, and then I worked on the other side, and then I just kind of put both sections together. And so I part across, and then what I'm doing is parting, offset the part so that they're not lined up, so it looks more natural. Okay, and so this is how I'm doing it. I have these duckbill clips, the double prong, and what I'm doing is I find that this rat tail comb with the metal tail has the perfect teeth for back combing. So let me just do a part. So I see that her part is right here from the row below. So I'm going to go over to the center of the next lock and go over, and her hair tends to get away from you. So I have to redo the clips at the top. That's what they're there for, to keep the hair under control. Okay, so the hair has been parted, and so I'm just getting this hair out of the way and clipping it up. And this is the time that if you see any kind of dandruff or situation happening, you can moisturize it. The seam, the parted section, because she does have that issue with that. Okay, so now I'm going to back comb it, and I'll do the bottom too as well. See, so now it's good in back comb. Now I'm going to split it, put my finger down the center. I should do it that way, down the center, and separate it. Just separate it in half. Grab the tips, put the tips together. See, all I do is put the tips together, and we're just going to roll our fingers in opposite directions, and that's going to kind of hold the bottom. So now I'm going to stick my finger in horizontally all the way through, and then I kind of like, instead of just sliding it down because it kind of hurts a little bit, I just kind of open it up until I get further down. You want to get as far down as you can to where the tips of the hair is. Okay, so I've gone that route. So now I'm left-handed. So now I'm going to go down and make sure I go all the way down to where the hair was, and turn it through. Okay, I'm going to go over. I think I forgot to pull it on that first go around, but I should be okay. And we're going to pull it through. Okay, so I think I just went down. I'm not doing all the 4 directions because it's hard enough for me to remember just 2 directions. So I'm going to go down. I think I did just side down. I think I did just go sideways. So go sideways into a different opening. Okay. Go all the way down. Make sure you get it down fairly tight and pull through. Okay. Go down in a different spot. Go all the way down. Make sure you get it good and taut and pull through. So go across in a different spot, pull down, and go through. And now going down, and I pull through. And I'll just keep doing that until I can't go anymore with my hands. And then once that happens, because I got long fingernails, okay, sorry about that. So now I'm going to go in and always go down and make sure you get it pretty taut. And then go through, and you're just going to keep doing this until you run out of space. You don't want it to be too tight because that hurts. And so I've learned now with her hair, after doing these 2 kind of tight, once it gets to this point, this distance, I just need to stop and just go down. Make sure your last one you do is going down. Because if you do it in another direction, it'll stop like that. So you go down and you see it stays down. And all I'm doing is just putting a clip in just to hold it in that spot. Because it kind of wants to lift up a little bit. But you see, I'll turn it a little bit. On the row below, I put clips across those just so I won't get them caught up in other, because her hair will get caught up in the other. So I'll do one more in case you need to see it one more time. So all I'm doing, like I said, the part is here. I'm going to go bring the comb over to the center of the next part. And let me move my clips over, because you got to keep this hair out of the way or it will travel and get into the other hair. So I'm just going to go down to the center of the next one without going into that one and messing it up. I'm just going to get this hair out of the way. And for extra insurance, I've been putting a clip here vertically just to keep that hair out of the way. That's just what I have to do with her hair. So just get it combed, and then now I'm going to back comb it. And sometimes with hair like this, you have to kind of do it a few times. Get it good and kinky. So go down the middle. I'll do it with this hand. Go down the middle and separate the hair. And always remember that and then you're gonna put the ends together. I'm doing this too fast. Put the ends together and twist. Just kind of twist the tips together. Okay. And when you're through, it's gonna look like this. So you're gonna put your finger in sideways, and then kind of open it out all the way down as far as you can. Pull it through. Okay. Now you're going to go down. I'll try to do it with my right hand. You're going to go down, pull through, across, pull through, down, and always go in a different spot. Pull through, across, pull through, down, and you just keep doing that until, like I said, you can't get your hand through. And then you get the latch hook. You can get this at Walmart. It's like $1.28 or something. It's not expensive. You can pretty much get it anywhere. And you just keep going. Make sure you get it good and taut when you're doing this. And if you accidentally go in the wrong opening, and let's say you went here and it's all caught up like this, just go through, because that's the wonderful part about this. The hook closes, so when you go back, the hook closes and you don't get as much hair in it. So that's the one good thing about this latch hook, because it closes. The crochet hook doesn't. Okay, so like I said, her hair, I can't do but one more time. And see, if I stop here, you see how it went to the side? So now I'm just going to go up grab the hair, pull down, and that's the last one I'm gonna do on her head, because if I try to, I'll have to do it 2 more times to get it to go in the down direction. So if I try to get this tighter, even though it looks a little loose, if I try to go sideways again, it's gonna be kind of tight. And if I try to go down, forget it. She's gonna be crying. It's gonna hurt. I won't be able to pull the lock all the way through. It's not worth pulling the brains out. I'll just wait till next month and redo it. Okay, so when we come back, I'll show you the finished results. But this is how it's looking so far. So we'll check back with you in a few hours. I did want to mention it took me an hour to take out the old locks I had started. It was worth it because it was still beeswax in it, and it wasn't working. It was kind of gross. So I went ahead and washed it twice with some homemade shampoo that I make with Dr. Bronner's Castile soap and some oils. So I went ahead and washed it, and I moisturized it with the shea butter cream. This is what I'm putting in her scalp for the dandruff right now as I catch it. And so I put the shea butter cream that I make, I put that in here to moisturize it, and then I blow dried it just so it was slightly damp, not dry all the way. And so then I parted it, combed it, and went to it. So it was worth doing that. So this is pretty much Locs revisited. So we'll check back with you. We're chipping on, but it is taking a while to do this, but it's worth it. I'm making them smaller this time. Started out accidentally making them too small, but I know they're going to get a little bit bigger, so it'll work out. So we'll show you, come back when it's done and post pictures in the end. Okay, thanks for watching, and hope this helps someone. Okay, final result of the hair. Finally finished it. I started, like I said, about 1:45. It is now 8:25. This is how her hair looks now. So I know the tips will roll up, but right now I'm just not even worrying about how it looks. But she can have it back or just have it down. I tried to think about that when I was putting them in. But I think they turned out pretty good. But I did have them pretty much going back a little bit. I did put the front a certain way so that she could have it back and it wouldn't look, you wouldn't see the latching. So I made sure on the front that the last one I did went down this way like 6 o'clock, so that if she wanted to pull it back in the headband, so you don't see any of the latch hooking. So, but I'm pretty happy with it, and I'm pretty positive this is gonna stay and turn out good. So I will keep you all up to date on how her hair turns out. But and I'm just going to refresh it by latching the roots and crocheting the rest of it. Thank you for all you out there that helped make this possible for me to do this for her hair, because I really think I can actually leave it alone now and let it do its thing. So Mrs. LaWanda D, thanking you all, and we'll be back on again next month. Bye.
Goodbye.